ladies and gentlemen, we're here at F.L.Y Studios. We have Born After Dark today, a rapper or an artist, some may prefer to call, from Birmingham, who's come down to talk to us a little bit about his mixtape, which is coming out, All or Nothing. Also a little bit of background on himself as an artist. So first of all, man, welcome. Thank you for coming down. So we were speaking earlier and you said to me that you like to be called an artist rather than a rapper. So why is that?
Mainly because I can keep myself open for anything that I want to do. If I choose to try something else or try like something, say for singing or something like that, I can keep myself open for that, and people won't class me under one thing, do you know what I mean, or put me in one box.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like to always keep open with anything, you know what I mean, in terms of like my name or in terms of what I'm classed as an artist, the kind of music I do. I always, because you never know when you might just decide to change, I don't know, or try something different or something extra, do you know what I mean?
Okay.
So,
and so, I mean, how long have you been doing music for? Like
about nearly 6 years now.
6 years. Okay.
Just officially about since 2008, so about 3 to 4 years now.
Okay. And so if we was to ask a 2008 you and a 2012 you about your music, what do you reckon the main difference would be?
The main difference is, I think it's not really a case of, like, you can hear, like even I personally can hear the difference in the last 3 to 4 years of my music. It's not mainly just my music, but it's like my certain skills that I had. So for instance, I've worked on certain skills for the last few years, and I always am trying to improve, and every year I'm trying to do a bit better than the last. So when you hear my music from one year to the next, you can always hear something improved, which, you know, and it's always, you know, listenable, you can hear it. Do you know what I mean? So I don't need to say, okay, this is it, this is that, just listen to it.
But it's good you're making that sort of progression, you're getting everything slightly better than the last one, like I understand what you're saying. So it might be something simple, maybe the beats are getting better, maybe the sound quality's getting better, maybe the lyrics are getting better, but that's the sort of progression you want. Yeah,
definitely. And I think that you always never think that that's the limit, like what you're doing, or that you're at your best, or that, you know, like you couldn't do any better, because there's always something you can improve on, even if it's a little thing.
Of course, it actually self-improvement, people, self-improvement. And so this mixtape, All or Nothing, is called, yeah. So I mean, first of all, sort of how long have you been working on that?
I've been working on it since summer, so since about August. I started writing it in August. I was looking for all the beats first, and then I started writing to the beats. And that was mainly ready from August, so until now.
Okay, and we're in January now, January 2012, and so you spent about about 6 months on it, working on it, perfecting it. And so, what do you want people to recognise out of this for you? Like, is it something that you want people to sort of understand your style? Is it something that you want people to get to listen to all the time? Something that they're going to enjoy? I mean, what sort of angle is it? So All or Nothing is about so just go all in, basically.
All in or nothing. You know, there's no in-betweens, basically. There's no, you know, 50-50s or anything like that. It's just you make a decision. Once you've made it, it's not even just music or me. It's the thing where it's for anybody. It don't matter what, if they're into music or not, or whatever they're doing with their lives. You know what I mean? It's just about making that choice for your career, your path, what your dream, whatever, and you're going for it. And there's no, like, in the mind state, there's no like thinking, you know, like maybe not, maybe this, having doubts. Do you know what I mean? It's just either, you know, you're fully positive about it, or, you know, you don't do it at all. You know what I mean? It's as simple as that, really. So
so it's quite a determined sort of thing, quite a focused kind of thing, and that's what you're trying to achieve from it. You're trying to say, okay, this is what I'm doing, I'm putting everything into it, this is what I'm trying to achieve. Sticking by it, really.
Yeah, definitely.
And so, is any snippets out at the moment, anywhere we can listen to it, or is it going to be released all at once? And where?
I always put snippets, like, you know, like, see, full tracks. I put like a few tracks before I release it, for people to get an idea of what's going to be happening, what it's going to sound like, and some, you know, some tracks, of course. But yeah, I've put tracks out recently in the last 3 or 4 weeks where on my SoundCloud.
Okay, and what's your SoundCloud?
It's soundcloud.com /B-A-D-MC.
Okay.
So yeah.
And
or
so
you can search Born After Dark, really.
Okay, and is that on YouTube as well? Like Born After Dark, can we find you on YouTube? Can we find you on all of those?
find Born After Dark and find me on YouTube. You know, Born After Dark or B.A.D.
Okay.
All caps either way really.
Yeah, and Twitter.
My Twitter is Born After Dark, so same again really.
Yeah, so just if we put that in anywhere, it should
Yeah.
come up and then fan page.
Well,
on
yeah,
Facebook,
yeah.
etc.
Most of my links in Facebook as well is the same thing. You know, so.
And where is the mixtape available from, and when?
The mixtape is out the 22nd, so Sunday the 22nd of January,
Okay.
which is next week. So yeah, that'll be out. Free download, and I'll have a download link for it as well. But mainly it'll be available from www.datpiff.com.
Is that
So
D-A-P-I-F-F?
D-A-T-P-I-F-F. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, in the run up to it, I mean, we've still got 2 weeks before it comes out.
Yeah.
What are you doing to try and let people know about it? I mean, are you just kind of doing it kind of through social media, or are you getting out performing and people?
I'm trying
know
to
about it?
trying to do both really. I'm trying to perform tracks in shows, trying to get shows that I perform tracks in, and also through social media. You know, I've been releasing tracks and I've been doing few videos really for it that hopefully I'll be able to release around the same time as it. So I'm just trying to time everything accordingly, and yeah, everything else really. So.
And you're saying to me earlier that you're doing a video, like you said, for
Yeah.
the run up to it. And what is that from? A song off the new mixtape? Or
Yeah, I've already put out one. I think you said it before.
Yeah.
That was Out of Control.
Yeah.
And I've got another one that I will have out at the same time as the mixtape comes out. And then I've got another video which we're working on now. So hopefully that'll be available probably a week after or something like that.
Okay, so
Do you
you're
know what I
working
mean?
it, so it's going to be around the day you want
it's
people
all
to know
going to
about
be
it.
trying to give as much as I can around the release of the mixtape, but
Okay.
also there'll be more just after, you know, like videos, performances, those kind of things.
Okay. And so, if I was to say to you, how would you describe your sound in 3 words, what would that be?
Unique, versatile, and I'd say quite honest. I think that's the main thing. It's truthful.
Okay, and so I know that you've got the mixtape coming up at the
Yeah.
moment, and that's going to be over the next couple of weeks, let's say. So let's just say it's over the next month,
Yeah,
promotion,
yeah.
everything else. Sort of, where do you see yourself in about 6 months with your music?
6 months. I aim to be at a position where I can be ready to release my album, and that I have a decent fan base, you know, a really dedicated fan base, and also, you know, being able to like perform a bit more, and to be able to network a bit more with some more artists I like to work with. But at the moment, that's the aim.
Because
That's
I
the
think
aim.
I know that you're from Birmingham and stuff, and you come down to London quite a bit.
Yeah.
And you work with some events, other events,
Yeah.
network with other artists.
Mm.
Do you think there's a big difference between the attitude of artists in London and the attitude of artists in Birmingham?
Yes, I think it's getting closer to being the same, but at the moment there is still there's not really in Birmingham. There's not too much of a sense of like unity. Artists trying to work together to bring each other out of the city. Do you know what I mean? To try and put Birmingham like on the map, basically. I think a lot of them are doing their individual things and trying to make it that way.
Okay.
And you might have the odd thing where they do something together, but in terms of like actually, you know, working together and doing some big projects together to try and get, you know, like how London do, you know, you have artists all over, always working together, always trying to bring each other out together, do you know what I mean? And I think doing it separately, you know, for them, fair enough, but I think as a city, it's just gonna take quite a bit of time for Birmingham to actually be close to, you know, the same kind of hiatus as London, you know what I mean, like the same level and everything like that. So I think that's what it is.
I mean, I suppose that's they do differ, but let's say hopefully they do sort of realise the appeal of working as a mass sort of unit.
Yeah.
Because it's the easiest way to put them on the map.
Yeah, and I think they need to, because London's a city where it's together, isn't it? You know, everyone support each other. I think in Birmingham it's like most cities outside of London usually have to work like twice as hard to actually be at the same level.
Because I understand that it's the capital, and then they've got the small, you know, I've lived in smaller places, Manchester, Birmingham,
exactly.
and it is.
So they have to really have unity in most, you know, if they're going to get somewhere for that city. You know what I mean? So you see it in some places, but I think, you know, in Birmingham it's getting better, but it's not getting as better as quick as it could.
Okay, so that makes sense. And so, in the theory of working with other people, if you could work with 3 people, they can be anyone in your like dead or alive, who would you work with?
Boy, so, okay. I'm trying to think. I'd like to work with, I think Wiley would be a good one, and also I'd like to work with Drake. That would be a really good one, and I don't know, really probably Nas. I think that's another one that inspires me as well. So those.
I'm asking about the years. Nas. Jesus.
So I grew up quite a lot listening to him. I think those are the 3 artists that I admit, you know, straight first. But there's loads of others, you know, I'd like to work with. But
and those are the ones.
Those are the ideal. Yeah, if you said to me, pick them now. Yeah.
And so, get that mixtape out, and maybe we can get that going. So, so we know the mixtape's coming out on the pif.com, which is on the 22nd of January.
Yeah.
It's also, there's a few tracks put about on your Facebook, which is Born After Dark, Twitter, which is Born After Dark, SoundCloud, Born After Dark, and your YouTube, which is the same, Born After Dark. So any of those which are put into any of these social media networks should come up. You know, his mixtape All or Nothing is out on the 22nd of January, so support that, have a little listen if you can, download it. It couldn't hurt to have a little listen to different artists. Remember, London support everyone else apparently. So I think that's it, but I'd just like to thank Born After Dark for coming down. Thank you for coming down to London, and we will see him soon. Watch out for the mixtape All or Nothing on the 22nd of January 2012. Wow.